Hello, my name is Eugenia and I am so happy that you have decided to join me in this meditation. Every week I host a call for my breath family around the world. We like to start with a short meditation. Many of them have asked me if I could share the meditation so they could do it through the rest of the week. So here it is, available for anybody that wants to connect deeper with their breath and meditation. I invite you to find a comfortable and relaxed position for yourself. I also invite you to explore a little bit more about the principles of transformational breath, which are fundamental for these meditations. You can follow the link below to have a guided exercise to learn these basic principles. Get comfortable and let's get started. Feeling that your body is totally relaxed and supported. Feel the flow of your breath. Knowing that you are there for you. Connecting softly with a gentle flow of you. And focusing on all the thoughts that have been going through your mind during this week. And pay attention to those thoughts that have been full of creativity, full of love, full of you. As you witness these thoughts, gain awareness of how they nurture you, how they lift you up. And take them as a foundation to be the witness of all the other thoughts. The ones that were getting on the way of your productive, creative activity. And openly receive them. They are also a part of you, and they have space in your mind. And zoom in into one. thought that has been more pressing on your mind this week or this last day. Open yourself to it. And you can ask now to receive clarity around it. What do you need to understand now to allow this thought to flow? And simply be open to that answer. You realize now it's not about the resolution. It's simply about creating the space. It's about opening yourself to the truth of holding all the answers within. If a question is in your mind, it's because your mind already knows its way to the answer. Feel this. Really feel this truth. With this clarity and that trust in yourself comes the beautiful responsibility of honoring your thoughts and your deepest truths. As I receive answers, I give myself permission to act on them. I allow myself to change. I allow myself to say yes and to say no. For I am the one in charge of my life. I will honor this, the beautiful gift of me. I honor, love, and embrace myself, my freedom. And I witness now with absolute certainty how honoring me is the best way to show up for others. And feeling now this beautiful motivation to honor yourself. Gently start to bring yourselves back. Taking a deeper breath to softly and gently start to move your muscles, all your body. Opening your eyes, stretching, and very, very slowly sitting up if you're still down. And you can open your eyes, unmute yourselves so that we can all say hi. Good morning, my beloveds. Right? We go deep here. You don't have to, of course. And I am sure there's a lot of things going on for you in your life. And I'm sure life sometimes has complicated flows. You know, we're in a bump, the stars are not aligned, everything. But when clarity comes, it's good to receive it. And if so, I'm pointing at as far as I can see. I'm not living your life, but what is being reflected here is one aspect of it, and it's that firmness on decision and that follow through. And this is something that could be helpful, you know, into looking at. So yes, other things could be happening, and here's one that we have pinpointed. So you can, the beauty of realizing something is that you can expand it. So you can say, okay, these other things are complicated. I've had clarity on one aspect that can create shifts in my flow. So how committed am I to this? How committed am I to this? Very good, very good. This one I'm not fully committed. So I could maybe look into that one. You know what I mean? Because when we get a reflection, it can multiply and benefit us in different areas. So that's the beauty of that piece, you know. And you might notice this one committed. That one maybe a little more. And then once you take care of one aspect, clarity can come from other ones. So if you feel it helps you. In life, not in the session. If you have an unconscious desire to go back to source, how is that going to manifest in your life?
It could be a car accident.
Dissociation.
Yeah. Yes, it could be, some patterns of not being fully present, not being fully grounded. It could be actually developing life-threatening conditions, being prone to accidents, having self-destructive patterns, using drugs, being an adrenaline junkie. I mean, if you're jumping off the cliff every day, one day something could happen, right? I know there's an adrenaline rush, but there's a strong desire to go back to source. So it can manifest like that very intensely, or it can just be something that is happening in our lives in a very healthy, natural way. A desire to connect to source. We can also have a very deep spiritual practice that can manifest in that way. So if somebody has a very strong desire to go to source, like any other pattern in our lives, is going to show up in the sessions. And the way it goes is with a total surrender and letting go. There's no bigger surrendering than letting go of your breath. So when that happens, first of all, we're going to be aware of it. We're going to recognize it as a positive integration. Whether this person has a strong or a little desire to connect back to source, this is the only place where they can actually go, connect to source, and nobody's going to panic. So we're going to give space to that. We're going to hold our clarity. We're going to hold our grounding. We're not going to hold our breath. We need to keep the flow and the vibration around them. If you start to hold your breath with them, you're already falling into a pattern of fear. And what they need from you, it's a pattern of total trust. So then they're going to come back. The autonomic system is going to kick in. Very often people just stop breathing for a few seconds. Literally, it's like, and if they breathe, and if they stop breathing longer, you will notice sometimes people hold their breath for 2 or 3 minutes, and then they take one breath, and then they stop again, and then one breath, and then they stop again. It's very, very rare that people actually go for a long period of time. And I know we've all heard Judy's stories about 10 minutes, and that's very rare. And that happened so she could see that it was going to be fine. And she had the consciousness to hold that space. I've had experiences with people being gone for a long time, but they didn't happen until I was a very experienced facilitator. So don't expect that to be happening on your mat. For the most part, sorry, if you look at your watch, it seems a lot longer, but it's usually 1 or 2 minutes that they're gone. But if you don't look, you're going to be thinking, oh my God, they were gone forever. Most songs last for about 3 to 5 minutes. And you will notice it's very rare that somebody will be longer than a song. Okay, so that being said, we know it's a good pattern and it will create whatever they need. We don't know what happens when they're gone because people actually don't have recollections of it. But what we do know is when they come back, the breath is more open, the breath is more connected. There's usually, there's sometimes some tears of joy. There's a lot of peace. The breath is expanded. So a lot of positive changes happen. You have been working on relaxing that exhale, nothing happened, they're gone, they come back, that exhale is relaxed, They were in tetany, they're gone, the tetany is gone. So we know a surrender and integration happens in there. We just don't know for sure what it is. All right, first of all, pay attention to your body and to your breath. The best thing you can do is to be grounded and be breathing. That's step 1, okay? Because you're gonna think that's like step 10, and no, that's step 1. So pay attention to your breath. Am I breathing in my belly? Am I grounded? Am I connected? Yes? Okay. Then I always check my watch because that's important information. And then look at the breath. And usually when this happens, I know right now we're talking about online sessions, but I'm going to talk about regular facilitation first. Usually your hand was somewhere when they left. Like you touched somewhere and they left. So you can do 2 things. One is let go to let them be, or keep your hand in there. And this is a personal preference. It can go either way. I personally like to keep my hand in there because sometimes they go and then they come back, they take 1 or 2 breaths and then they go. You can't facilitate because they're not breathing, so nothing is going to change. So you're not really pressing. I just like to keep my hand there, so as soon as they come back, I am in that spot. So I just leave my hand there gently so I can keep working on that.